Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Shahbaz Gill to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Shahbaz Gill's words. First of all, the countdown begins. 88 days are left until Field Marshal Asim Munir's retirement and the arrival of a new army chief. Let's now move to other news. The first news I want to share with you will make you sad, worried, shocked, and even grieved. Yes, we have to go to Mandi Bahauddin for this news. There, the district administration has now even placed Maryam Nawaz's picture on a mosque. When I first saw this news, I honestly thought it was fake. Though we are political opponents, I could never imagine such a foolish and stupid act, not just from them, but from anyone. We've seen her pictures everywhere. On animal fodder, food items, water bottles, funeral areas, cemeteries, etc. Even on medical reports in hospitals, Maryam Nawaz's picture is slapped onto everything, but I never imagined they would go so far as to put her photo on a mosque. Since childhood, we've seen that only pictures of the Prophet's tomb, peace be upon him, or the Kaaba are found in mosques. You never see a human being's picture where mosque is written. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not accusing them of religious blasphemy. I don't believe in that. In fact, we've been victims. The PMLN filed blasphemy cases against me, Imran Khan, and many others. So I'm not giving a fatwa, nor am I in a position to. What I am talking about is their mental state. Earlier, I would criticize Maryam Nawaz politically and considered her dull. And I believe the main reason is that she is not well educated. At most, she's matriculate or perhaps middle school educated. I say this because I know she cheated her way through FSC, so mentally, her capacity reflects that level. She wears modern clothes and speaks a few words in English, and in Pakistan that's enough to convince people that someone is educated. If she had been truly educated, she might not have faced so many problems. No matter how she got this political position, through Form 47 or something else, if she had real capability, she could have created an impact. For example, when she went to Japan, instead of giving a speech at a university, even in Urdu, she had nothing of value to say. Real education doesn't just come from a degree, it's from time spent with professors, colleagues in discussions. That's what builds mental development, and that is what helps later in life. Maryam Nawaz doesn't even have the capacity to give an impactful speech to school children, let alone in a university. So what's left? Silent films and photo ops. That's all she's left with. That's why you see her photos everywhere, from animal feed to hospital reports. Just a few days ago she went on a rescue mission. 6 hours passed. Boats were standing still. Women were made to stand in dirty water for hours, but the girl Maryam Nawaz was going to pick up, that was already pre-decided. If you watch the video again, you'll notice the girl is wearing a spotless, clean frock. In that flood environment, no real victim child would be dressed like that. It was pre-arranged. The administration gave the girl a clean dress. Maryam rushed in, picked her up, posed for pictures, and ignored the rest of the women, the girl's mother, and the others. All just for photography. Then she went to Jang. There was a big boat with a tent set up on it. Have you ever seen a tent on a boat? If you're addressing the public, you build a stage on land. But there was no audience on the water. That boat was tied to the shore. It was just a stage drama. A tent on top, videos being made, and that's all it was. We thought this circus would stop there. But now they've even put her picture on a mosque. Again, I'm not calling for any religious legal action. We don't believe in playing dirty like that. But I am saying she needs psychiatric help. She's not stupid. She's insane. She's not living in the real world. And the way Field Marshal Sahib has put her in this position, it might turn into a disaster. She needs immediate psychological treatment, or things might get out of hand in Pakistan. Now let's move forward. Yesterday we showed you the banners that army personnel were hanging. But now we have another analysis. Please listen carefully. About 2 weeks ago, senior journalist Mohammed Malik reported that corruption files of the Sharif family were being reopened. He didn't name army personnel directly, but his hints were clear. He said that once these files start opening, things get very serious. This was the first public leak. But who leaked it? These are the same people who have been selling this story for 78 years. Despite being surrounded by corruption, they don't really care about it. In fact, they like corrupt people, until they need a favor, like an extension or political leverage. Then suddenly corruption files start reopening. It's a pressure tactic. Once pressure built up, the Sharif family panicked. They immediately called Field Marshal Sahib. Remember, we were the first to break that news, that Nawaz Sharif, Shahbaz Sharif and Maryam met with the COS. Once the deal was struck, the same forces that were leaking corruption file stories started putting up Maryam Nawaz banners. That's the story of this country. If you don't serve their purpose, you're buried under corruption files. If you do serve their purpose, they'll put up your banners. You saw this, the army, like Punjab police, putting up Maryam Nawaz's promotional banners. And some people say maybe the Sharif family will still resist. I doubt it. Maryam is mentally not in a position. After the mosque incident, you saw for yourself. Nawaz Sharif also has no room to maneuver. Shahbaz Sharif doesn't even want to fight, so I don't see anything major coming from their side. Deep inside military circles, journalist Fakhr-uz-Zaman, a hard-working, credible journalist, says that even people inside the institution, that is, the army, are telling the Chief of Army Staff that this fake political setup is causing nothing but disgrace and disaster. He says the public backlash over Maryam Nawaz's actions is real and, well, it's growing, and he quotes insiders who say, please, for God's sake, get rid of them. He didn't say army, he said institution. But you know, in Pakistan, when someone says institution, they mean the military. Fakhr-uz-Zaman is reporting what he's hearing, but also giving his opinion. However, I don't think the current army chief is in the mood to listen. He only wants his extension. Pakistan has been claiming that India suddenly released floodwater. Now India has again officially contacted Pakistan. The Indian High Commission has notified Pakistan of a major flood risk. Our Ministry of Water Resources confirmed this. We had already told you 2 days ago, through vlog and videos, that major flooding had started in India and would reach Pakistan soon. The Ravi, Sutlej and Chenab rivers will rise, and South Punjab and Sindh will be affected within 5 to 8 days. The question is, how prepared are we? Not at all. NDMA, that's the National Disaster Management Authority, and PDMA at the provincial level, both are inactive. Lieutenant General Enam, head of NDMA, seems to have taken over the job of the Meteorological Department, just issuing warnings and then sleeping under a pillow. Their real job is evacuation, protection and aid, not issuing weather alerts. A few days ago, Altaf Hussain, founder of MQM and now disgraced, made a meaningful tweet. He said, PTI leadership distributed sweets after Imran Khan's bail, but the establishment destroyed their happiness. His sister's son, Shahruz Khan, was arrested from home and implicated in an old case. No protests, no sit-ins. PTI leadership is shameless. He went on to call the PTI leadership shameless. Actually, he used an even harsher word, saying the grassroots workers should now take control of the movement. He called on PTI workers to rise up and not miss this opportunity. This is Altaf Hussain, attempting to stir up PTI's rank and file, suggesting their leadership is passive. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with Altaf Hussain, I'm just reporting what he said. If I share my analysis, people run to Imran Khan and say, he called us traitors. So, no analysis, just the facts. Now, moving ahead, there is another statement. I will only report it, I won't give my analysis. It is a statement by Ali Amin Gandapur where he says, there are 2 obstacles to Imran Khan's release. One is that there is no rule of law in the country. Once the law becomes active, Khan Sahib will be released. The second issue is the ongoing conflict between Khan Sahib and the establishment, meaning with the generals. That issue needs to be resolved by Khan Sahib himself. Obviously, I don't have the authority to resolve it, so according to Ali Amin Gandapur, there are 2 reasons why Imran Khan is still in jail. First, there is no rule of law in the country. Second, he has issues with the establishment, and those issues need to be resolved by him personally. Again, I won't give any analysis. I'll leave it to you to interpret what you think. Next news, PTI, or Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, has announced a boycott of the National Assembly. Gohar Khan has stated that we are being pushed against the wall. We've already resigned from the standing committees, and now we will protest and boycott the assemblies as well. Frankly, this seems like a good step. If Gohar Khan hadn't announced the boycott, it's possible, this is my analysis, and I may be wrong, that Imran Khan might have, in the upcoming hearing, demanded a complete resignation from the assemblies. So, in a way, Gohar Khan has actually saved the PTI MNAs. Now the MNAs should use their brains a bit instead of turning against Gohar Khan and asking why he made this announcement. In fact, he's protecting them. Imran Khan's patience has reached a boiling point, and at any moment, he might instruct everyone to resign and take to the streets. So, in my view, this is a timely and strategic move to protect both the MNAs and the seats. Dame, next news, DGG ISI, Lieutenant General Asim Malik is retiring this week. He is currently the DG ISI and also serving as the National Security Advisor. Now, his retirement is becoming a serious dilemma, a major question mark. If he retires, then who will become the new DG ISI? Will Major General Faisal Nasir be promoted? Will someone else be appointed? This is a major move for Field Marshal Asim Munir. Whether he wants to appoint someone close to him or whether he wishes to extend the tenure of the current DG ISI. Clearly it will also depend on whatever understandings have been reached with the Sharifs and what the broader political context looks like. It's too early to say anything definitively whether he will be given an extension or not. The chances are there, but so are the chances that he'll be sent home. So far there hasn't been any farewell activity, no farewell dinners, no photos, nothing. Typically these begin a month in advance. This suggests he may not be packing up yet and may be planning to stay longer. Now whether Asim Munir allows him to stay or not, that will become clear in the coming days. But this decision about his extension or replacement will be a critical one, especially as the field is being set for November, which is when either Field Marshal Asim Munir will retire after 88 days or he will secure his own extension under this Form 47 regime. So pay attention. This week's developments regarding Lieutenant General Asim Malik, the current DG ISI, and his extension or replacement will be very important. Next news. The second AI-generated video of Suhail Warich has surfaced online, and it has caused a stir. In this video, Suhail Warich is heard saying, "The Field Marshal told me that there's so much discipline in the army that even if a donkey were appointed army chief, the army would salute him." Obviously, this is an AI-generated fake video, it's not real. But the problem is that in the previous similar AI video, where Suhail Warich was seen claiming that when I asked them for evidence of May 9th, they acted like beggars, Suhail himself tweeted that the video was fake. That tweet caused the clip to go viral globally. Now the question is, will he tweet about this new video too? Because if he does, it will again become a major embarrassment for the Field Marshal and his allies. If he stays silent, that will be telling too. It reminds me of a joke I once shared. A show tells a constable, "I heard you've written something disrespectful about me on the tip of your toe." The constable replies, "Yes, sir, I have." If he had denied it, he would have been beaten. But by admitting it, he still got beaten. So Suhail Warich is in a similar situation now. Whatever he does, it has consequences. In this new AI-generated clip, the sentence is, "The Field Marshal told me that the army is so disciplined that even if a donkey is made army chief, the army will salute him." You've heard it now. Journalist Alina Shigri has reported that Shahbaz Sharif has caused embarrassment at the international level. While attending the SCO summit in China, where many heads of state were present, Shahbaz Sharif behaved inappropriately. Like many low-level political workers' union council-level types, he is obsessed with taking photos with important people and will go to any lengths to get one. He has no regard for personal dignity or others' respect when a photo is at stake. You've seen it. He tries to forcibly shake hands or cling to world leaders. In the Western world, men shake hands and then let go. Only transgender individuals or romantic couples usually hold hands for longer. But since Shahbaz Sharif has no exposure to such etiquettes, as the saying goes, like niece, like uncle, he rushes up and grabs people's hands and doesn't let go. Some of them feel awkward, wondering what his intentions are. Some visibly shrink away. Now, at the SCO summit, leaders like Moeed, Putin and Xi Jinping walked past him without acknowledging him. Shahbaz was seen licking his lips, hoping to insert himself into a photo opportunity, but he failed, and international media reported it as a major embarrassment. Meanwhile, Moeed was hugging both Putin and Xi, and our own Defence Minister Khawaja Asif tweeted in Punjabi, "I chol sabnu japian maan di koshish karda aaye." This fool tries to hug everyone. Now imagine, this is our Defence Minister publicly calling the Indian Prime Minister a chol, a fool, on social media. And the irony is, the same Modi whom our leaders once bowed before, we now call names when it suits us politically. And what if tomorrow Indian ministers start abusing our leaders on social media in response? What will we say then? This entire circus ministers clinging to world leaders, others putting up their pictures on mosques or using vulgar language on Twitter, reflects the absurd state of affairs. And let's not forget, Shahbaz Sharif's daughter, Maryam Nawaz, and her party have themselves praised Modi in the past. They've even begged him diplomatically, so calling him names now, just because it yields political juice, is hypocritical. Even then, there should be some class when addressing heads of state. That wraps up our translation of Shahbaz Gill's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.